Today our guest is Saumik Bera, and I'm thrilled to have this person with us today that I know him for many years. And Saumik have won in 3 consecutive years a world championship, and now he's living in Singapore and running a very successful business in various countries. So Saumik, first of all, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Yana.
Pleasure. So then, what was the journey for the boy who was born in India in Chargram?
Yeah.
In Chargram, and now you are living in Singapore, and you have won a yoga world championships 3 times, 3 years in a row, and you're running a very successful business now.
Yeah.
So how did you end up being here?
Well, I believe this is my thoughts, is my belief that what I do, I enjoy it. Either being sleeping, eating, working, whatever condition of my life, till I open in my eyes from the morning till I close my eye at night. Whatever I do, I enjoy, I learn, I educate myself, and I accept what the fact giving me of the life. So that's happens. I started yoga for is a playground for me. When I started to understand what is yoga, it was like a passion for me. I like to win, so I used to do a lot of yoga competition to win, and that is like a satisfaction for me, like a district championship, state championship, like national championship, beside my study. And people like to love me, like friends, the teachers, beside the study, beside the education, because I have something else. So I get a recognition at the young age. So that's
At
being
what age?
7, from the 7 onwards, I
So
started.
you got recognition at the age of
7, yes.
Well, that's amazing.
With the friends, with the school, with the teachers, with the relatives. So that's kids always like to be highlighted everywhere. So that is the nature of the kids. And from the 7 years old, I get a district champion, and I feel very proud. My parents feel very proud, and I always, my teachers, my friends like to highlight me that he is a district champion. So that's motivate me to everyday practice yoga. And go to the yoga school, meet my friends, meet my teachers. So this is a part of my life. If I don't do it one day, I feel something uncomfortable. So from there, I continue my study. My practice was every evening after school. And then I never realized that one by one milestone I cross and cross and cross, and today I'm here. Like from district champion to state champion to national champion, from national to international. That's, I go through quite a lot of hardship of my life for national to international.
And I know that there is a story behind that,
Yes.
right? Because there is a big difference when you become successful and you win all of those championships within India, but then going internationally.
Yeah.
So what is the story? How did that happen for you?
Yoga is like many years, yoga is 1,000 years backstory in India. And if I tell you 20 years backstory, when I used to do yoga, but my father is a businessman. He was not very supportive towards it, because to him, like, okay, you do when you was a kid, that's fine. But as you growing up, you into school, completing school, going to the college, I don't think that is give you a career, because nobody ever has a career by doing yoga in his knowledge.
Okay.
So to him, like, you putting so much time on that, why should you waste the time? Better come into my business. I say I'm helping you, but still let me do it. So he was a bit unhappy about that. So when I get an international selection, and that's also because I was from a really very small village, I don't have a proper teachers or guru. So I basically identify people who can help me and try to make them guru for that milestone, and again I have to identify another person who can help me for the next milestone.
So you
and
had
then
to keep constantly looking for
teachers who can help me to bring me to the next. So finally I managed to get somebody who can bring me into the international selection in New Delhi, between Mumbai and Delhi. This place is called Kolhapur. So I get a selection over there, so blindly I go in just there for competition, and I get the first position and I get selected. Once I get selected, then the organizer tell me, okay, you are selected, we are going to Spain in the month of April, you come to New Delhi camp in January, and please bring 1 lakh rupees with you, which is $2,000 nearby Sing dollars in today's date.
$2,000, okay.
Yeah. So I said, sir, why this needed? He said, okay, basically this is the fees basically which take it from every student. The reason is we have to buy the ticket to bring you there, all those blah, blah, training. I say, okay. And that time my age was like 19.
19.
19,
Well,
I'm in the college.
19, you're in the college, $2,000 in India. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. I know it's a big money. If I ask my dad, by then it will be like his life savings kind of things going to be, or he have to stop his business kind of thing. So I dare not, because I also don't know what I'm going to do. It's not like somebody giving me a job or career of this. It's like playing a gamble. If I win, I may get something. If I don't win, that's it, that's gone.
So that's risk.
That's a risk. Yeah, that was a risk, I would say. So I give myself time for 2 weeks. Then people start to ask me around, my friends, my teachers, what are you going to do? So I thought I should give it a try, because I understand life doesn't give opportunity all the time to every individual person, but everybody, to me, everyone get opportunity at least once or twice in different phases of their time. They should grab it and they try their best to move with that. They should not let it go and think, okay, next year, okay, next year. There's no such thing next coming in the life based on me. Today's date, today's time, today's date will not be next in this life. That's my understanding. Whatever we do is one time in our life. So I just grabbed this opportunity. I had a computer, small printer. I typed a letter that I win this championship, national championship. I need this amount of money, need your help, whatever you can support. I print out from my printer 200 copies. I take my own bicycle and start to go every school, because I feel if I go into every school has a 500 to 1,000 student. So if every student give 1 rupees or 2 rupees or 5 rupees, that's really helped me a lot. It's not in terms of monetary, because every 500 student, if they give the fund, that 1 rupees, they're coming from the parents. Ultimately 500 parents know me. So that's the psychology I use it.
Okay, so even though you're talking to students, you actually were targeting the parents.
Parents. The reason is teacher will know, student will know, and their parents will know. So by the time going into it.
That's a creative way of raising money.
So parents will know, and once parents will know, I was having a plan that I go international competition, I want to win. By the time I win, because they have donated, they will feel proud, and not one person. From one school, 500 parents is donating, a small, whatever they can.
So just to pause there, when you were 19 years old and you printed 200 letters and you went on your own bicycle to schools to collect money, you already were sure you're going to win in world championship.
Okay, that's
no, in Delhi, or it was international.
No, it is an international.
In
Spain.
So you were sure you're going to win international championship.
Yes, whatever I do in my life, I'm very sure that I'll win it. I'll do it, and that's the suggestion, or that's the confidence I have within myself. And I always give people that what you're going to do, you make sure that you're going to win, you're going to be success on that, and then you start doing it. But if you have a doubt, don't do that. So whatever I do, whatever come into my mind so far from the day one till today, whatever I touch, I make it happen. I don't let it go without happens.
So, and if there are people out there who still have doubts, how can they overcome that?
I just tell them to believe on themselves. Believe on themselves. If some thoughts come to their minds, don't have any doubts. If we think of negativity, there's a lot of negativity and disturbance coming into us. Just stay positive, stay calm, and have believe on yourself, and just do what you want to do. There is always, I believe, a lot of obstruction come in the life. Just overcome it. Each obstruction is the lesson for you, is an experience for you. Each time you fail, that's an experience for you. Just don't afraid of falling. Keep on falling. The more you fall, the more harder you are, more stronger you are, more winner you are. So please fall more. Pray to God that please make me fall more, that I can more stronger, I can become winner of my life. That's I would suggest.
I can totally relate to that. You know, I personally don't believe in any mistakes in life, because it's all experiences, and it always makes us stronger and makes us better, and then we just achieve more in life to become happier people. Okay, so you collected money, and then what happens after that?
Okay, after giving 2 months of collection, I had 40,000 rupees, which is $900.
You're still short of at least 1,000.
$1,100. Then I started to go to Ministry of Sports, which is 3.5 hours from my house by train. So every morning I have to get up like 5:30 a.m. I have to take a 6 a.m. train and take the letters, take my certificates, and have to walk there. I used to have like 30 rupees on me, like 50 cents with me, to have the whole day with the train ticket. And I sit there outside the room because I don't know how to get an appointment, all those things. And by the time 5 p.m., I see that I don't get the appointment. I have to catch my last train 6 p.m. otherwise I cannot come back home. And this I did almost more than 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks. By the time over there, everybody know me that this guy from morning to night sitting down. So they get kind on me. On the 3rd weeks, they allow me to come in.
So only 3 weeks waiting, not much, right?
Yeah, 3 weeks morning to night, I'm sitting down there, okay?
That's what I call determination.
Yes. I was like determined I will meet him, and if I meet him, I will ask for fund, and I believe that if I meet him, meet the sports minister, I sure will get some funds, because I know I'm doing something right for myself, for the country, for the cities, for everyone. Not doing something wrong. I'm not asking somebody favor, because I'm representing India. The government of India should be supporting me. So I don't have any big...
logic.
I don't have a big hand, so whatever I can do, I just did my best on that. Finally, I managed to see him. He say, "Hey, what you need?" I say, "Okay, this is my certificate. I win, and I need some funds to go." Then he say, "Okay." He tell his secretary, just help him, whatever he can be done. But you know how India works.
No, I don't. Please tell me.
The funds came to me 1.5 years later.
1.5 years later.
and it was another $700. Okay, and well, so but the competition was 2 months later. So after seeing my hard work, my father started to believe on me, and he funded me another $1,100, and I went to the Delhi for the camp. 2 months I stayed there, practiced, and then I flew to Madrid. Once that was my first time abroad. Okay, first time plane, taking a plane, first time in my life. So everything to me new. I just stay calm. As I mentioned, that I like to learn out of my journey. So that is my first journey of my own life. So I learn out of it. I watch people more. I learn from people more. Then study from people, study from books. I like to learn from personal experience and people experience. So I like to watch people more, how they're behaving, how they're thinking, how they're acting, and why they're doing that. And I just try to get the best of them. And then I try to execute in my way what I can do, what I want believe, what I can take it. So I, with the grace of God, with the blessing of all people around, I won the championship. And once I won the championship, I just call middle
How
of night.
did you feel before that? I mean, again, you were 19 years
Yeah,
old, right?
yeah.
I mean, it's first time, you first time on the plane, first
Yeah.
time in a foreign country. You show up there, there
Yeah.
are hundreds, thousands of participants
Yeah.
from all over the world,
Yeah.
and everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
When I'm in any kind of world competition, in front of me there's no competitor, that's me. I do anything, that's me. Whatever I do, I'm in the race, I'm in the competition, I'm in the business. I don't find anybody is my competitor, that's me. Because I have that much self-belief on myself. I may not be the best, but I know how to present myself the best. I know who am I. I know exactly, that's my suggestion to everybody, that you should know who you are in your life, as a human being, as a person, that what you can do. If you know completely 100% what you can do, who you are, nothing going to stop you. Because you know yourself upside down, from your emotional level, from your mind, from your heart, from your body, from your strength, even from your weakness. So when talking about a competition, that's the best things you need to know. And then you present yourself, your best side, and then you win it.
So basically, if you play by your strengths,
Correct.
right? So what you say, if you really, first you have to know who you are.
Yep.
Because many people don't know what their strengths are.
Correct.
So first you have to understand what are your strengths.
Correct.
And then if you actually play by strengths and you show up strongly in who you really are with all your gifts and talents, then what you said, there are no competition out there.
No competition out there.
I like it.
Yeah, no competition.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then you were sure that there are no competition.
Yeah, I'm sure there is no okay. I know there's the competition was there, the competitor, last year winner, like 2003's winner was there. Obviously, I was trying to observing him, his strength. So I was, if I know so-called competitor who is last year winner, I'll say often he's my competitor. Even I've never been in competition, but I'll say he's my first competitor, he's my last competitor. So if I need to beat him, so I need to know what he can do, what the best he can do. So once I know what the best he can do, and then I know what I can do, and then I can present myself higher than him.
So
And
you studied him.
I studied him.
Did you watch him during
when he
rehearsals and
when he was preparing himself before the competition, I was watching him by how he practiced, how he looks, what his strength and what his weakness, and then I
Very
planned.
smart.
No, this is at the end of the day, this is a game, right? So,
Of course.
So if you like a car racing, if obviously you know that which car, how driver on the road, the same things. So I need to watch him, I need to understand him, and then I cannot be next to him because he is a winner. Psychologically, judges has and different thoughts to him. So I have to be slightly away from him, that I can be highlighted in my group. Because the competition have very differently. When you do the competition, in the stage, always 3 people has a competition together. So even there is 50 people, every 3 being called. So I make sure myself that I am not, among of these 3, me and him cannot be together. Then we're going to have a big fight. And because he was the last year winner, so psychologically people has a preference and favor goes to him. So I have to plan myself that I can stay far away from him.
So let me recap it. You studied him.
Yeah.
then he also played very strategically to make
Correct.
sure that you are not in the same group.
Correct.
Okay.
And this is like a preparation, I will say. This is not preparation to yourself. This is a preparation for the game of you win. What you win, that is a subject, but you need to be watch your object as well. Yeah, like we know our car, but we don't know the road. We must know the road. Then we can like win the game. Otherwise, I'm very confident of myself as a driver. I know my car is the best, but the road don't know. So if I know the road, I can take an escape route that I don't fall into the holes. So that was my thoughts of be away from him. Obviously, psychologically he get the preference from the judge point of view because he was the winner and he's very good. So how I can highlight it myself in front of the judges. So I was stay away from him. His number was quite up front. I tried to choose two, or I planned to take a back numbers, and then I came at the last row. And I know that how I can present myself with who. Like if you are third stories building, obviously you try to present yourself on the first stories building that you looks taller. You don't go in the fifth stories building next to it.
Of course.
So that's you looks a bit smaller. So I have to strategically plan it, and then I did it.
Obviously, so you were the best in the group that was selected?
Yes. So after that, all the group selection, then slowly there will be from 50 people, 20 to 5 to 10 to 1. So then there is a last fight was me and him. Okay.
Exactly as you said, he's the only competitor.
Only the competitor. So he and me came in. So that is the time I was not so nervous. That is the time I was not having any plan in my mind. My plan was there that I cannot be better than him, but what he can do, I must do.
That's a very interesting philosophy.
Correct.
Okay.
So this competition go like such a different way that what I do, he must do it. What he do, I must do it. So if I do, he cannot do it, I'll be the winner.
Okay.
If he do, I cannot do it, then he'll be the winner. So this is like opposite fight goes on, the last one. So that is the exciting part. That's a very exciting part, big stage.
That sounds super exciting to me.
Correct. It's like whole...
It's like the gladiator show.
Correct.
And with the crowd,
Yes.
it's like, come on, come on.
And people will be like so calm. Like 100,000 people are over there like watching like this way. They dare not clap even. They dare not do anything even.
Nobody even breathes.
Yes. That's happened. So it goes on more than 1 hour, 15 minutes. We have done 50 to 60 poses. He not giving up, I'm not giving up. He not giving up, I'm not giving up. So both us goes on, both are getting tired. Like from morning, we having a few round of competition. At the end of the day, doing all the advanced poses to beat each other more than 1 hour, 15 minutes, it was really, really hard. He was really a strong competitor for me. But at the end of the day, I just try to find out, and we cannot do a repetition. We cannot do a repetition of the posture.
You also have to remember what he has done.
Creativity.
So you're constantly creating on spot.
Correct. So at the end of the day, I choose to do something that I have seen him, I tell you just now, that his strength and his weakness. I start to focus on his weakness because his weakness doesn't mean that he can't do it. I have to keep on kill his weakness, like keep on punching in his injury. So his weakness was on his back. But his strength was on his arms. So I try to keep on giving him posture on his back, on his back, on his back, on his back. And he also know my weakness. He also giving me. So finally, he did it, but he felt from the posture, and I raised my hands up. So
as
that
a
was
winner.
As a winner. So that was a great experience of my life. And when
How did you feel in that moment? Like, what was going in your heart, in your head? What was going on?
I feel that
I mean, you were 19 years old.
Yeah,
right?
I did something good in my life. I feel very blessed. I feel very loved. I feel my life have started. That's my first thing I thought. My life have started. So first, it was like a preparation for me. I just stepped into my life.
It's like being reborn.
Reborn.
In some
correct,
way.
correct,
okay,
correct.
So finally, okay.
So a achievement feeling, a love, a bliss, a celebrity feeling, I'll say.
Yeah.
So.
Did the crowd cheer?
Yes. People coming to take autograph, people want to take pictures, people want to do this, and my mind's like, I want to call back home. I just want to cry, I want to call back home, like let go my all emotion. I'm holding for last 6 months to begging people money, 1 rupee, 2 rupees. Yeah. So that's all the hidden emotion on me was like going to out by then. But I hold myself into the stage. I called my mom. India time was like 3 a.m. and she believed me a lot, my mother's. Then she was...
She was supporting you. So, and you were 19,
I was
right?
19.
So 19, and again, you felt like the world is at your feet, and you have all this public admiration, and
Correct.
people take pictures, and you are the star.
Correct.
And then you wake up the next morning. So what's next?
Well,
I mean, clearly you can't go back to normal life, whatever normal life is, right? So what's next?
I still think very normal, because morning I wake up, I take my breakfast, I forget everything. I want to go down, take my bicycle and go to my father's shop. I go out and I see there's 2 security guards for me and 1 car downstairs for me. Ask me, sorry sir, you cannot go out, you have to get into the car and tell me where you guys want to go. I'm like, I just walk up to my room. I feel so different. I don't know what to do. I tell my mom said, yeah, they given and this and that, where you want to go? I said, to go to my father's shop. He said, why? I say, as usual, I go always to help him. He said, okay, but okay, then take the car. I feel so awkward myself, so uncomfortable myself. I get down over there. My dad said, okay, come sit. He leave his chair, let me see. A lot of people start to come into the shop and talk to me. And then these guards are trying to control them. I feel like, what's happening to me? Like, I really don't like it. Then straight away I request them that, hello, I am very normal, I'm a human being. My belief is, whoever we are in our life, at the end of the day, we are a human being. We should behave as a human being. It does not matter how much medal we have, how much money we have, how much recognition we have. We born as a human being, we die as a human being. So our behaviors towards others just should be like a human being. We earn something in our life because we work for it. We work really hard for it. So that is a different achievement. But to behaviors, we should stay as a very normal human being, as a humble human being. And that gives us so much peace of us, our heart. We can sleep in peace. Only once we present ourselves very different from a crowd, that gives us a lot of uncomfortable of yourself.
Of course. And yet, when you achieve such a level of success internationally at such a young age, you know, because many people, they really want to have it. I mean, they want to have global recognition.
Correct.
They want to have this global success. But I think not many actually realize that it changes your life forever.
Correct.
You know, because you work hard, you train yourself in various industries, right? It could be sport. I mean, sport may be being athletic in any country or any kind of form of sport, right? I mean, it's common, but it could be also in business, it could be in art, it could be in music, it could be anything. So people go towards that, but they don't realize, when you're on top of the world, first, how do you deal with yourself? Second, how do you deal with people around you, right? And third, if you're on top of the world, then what is next in your life? And if you're on top of it when you were 19 years old, then what is next in your life? So how did you deal with that? How did you transition into the next stage?
Then I get a call for the next year World Championship. This is like open invitation. And I doesn't require kind of much of fund, because by the time I get the government fund.
Yes, the 700.
700, yes. And also by then, because I was a winner, I get a lot of supporter everywhere. Even the yoga community, yoga society of India doesn't ask me anything to pay. Even everybody paying $2,000 say that, okay, whatever we can, rest we will support you. They believe me also, they want me to win the second year. So I went into Italy and I get 3 gold medal. I participate in 3 different kind of yoga competition over there.
So clearly, as you said, you always win, otherwise you don't do this.
And
so I'm not surprised about that.
Yes, so second year I was pretty relaxed. I know exactly what to do. My strength is I'm a fast learner. I really learn first and I absorb things first.
How do you learn?
I watch, as I say. I watch and I learn. I execute straight away. My learning is a 2 process.
So you watch.
I watch.
Then you understand what is the lesson.
And then I execute
and you
it.
Execute it
right then
away.
I confident myself that yes, I have learned. So that is my way of learning. I believe there's a 2 way of learning. One is you read, you study, you think, and then you do. Second way of learning, because I understand my strength, I'm a first person, means I'm a first person. I like to do things first. I like to see things result fast, and that's give me a satisfaction of my life. And I want to go far, but every small milestone I want to earn first, and then I want to feel some success. That's make me happy, that's me. So I decide this a way that I want to watch people. I like it, I learn it. How do I know I learn it? I want to execute it. If the execution have a successful result, that means yes, I learned it. So then I start to execute whatever I learned, even today's date. I'm learning a lot of things. Even I'm talking to you, learning the way you're talking, the way you're smiling.
Thank you. So the story how you got to Singapore.
Yep, I got a call. I was in Delhi. Basically, I came back from Italy. I landed in Delhi. I like to spend some time in Delhi because I want to meet the sports minister to say thanks. So I received a call from one of the agent in India. Hey, congratulations! I am Setu Madhavan. We got a job for you. I received a call that you got a world champion and you win 3 gold medals. We see in the Google first page, Yahoo first page. I said, oh really? I'm not aware of it. Basically, I'm just enjoyed what I'm doing it. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm just relax. They said, okay, you got a job in Singapore. I said, okay, I'll call you back. I didn't bother even. I just
Clearly, who would come to Singapore from
correct.
India? Why?
Correct.
You know, what's the point?
Yes, because yoga for me was a passion, not a profession. Even today's date, to the extent, is my passion, is not my profession. So I love it. Even today's date, in certain time, certain years, certain months, certain days, I teach 14 hours a day. I never get tired. In today's date, I work 15 to 20 hours a day. I never get tired. I never say, oh, next morning again. No. I wake up.
Because you love it.
I love it. That's the part. So I never thought that I'm going to be a professional yoga teacher in my life. I used to teach for my passion, for my love. I like to help people. Once I came back to my hometown, I got a job offer from a sports university that is a sports teachers. I get very happy. My father got very happy. My father said, okay, you go there, evening come and look after my business. I was very happy. I said, okay, age of 20. And 20 plus that I was.
So at the age of 20, you received a call from Singapore to come and work here.
Correct.
That you almost turned down.
Yeah.
I'm following.
Yeah. The second time they call, I said, no, I'm not interested. Third time, again they call, have you thought of it? I said, I told you I'm not interested, please don't disturb me. Well, they call my land phone in my house. Then all this story my mothers don't know. My mom say, hey, somebody called looking for you. I say, who is that? He say, hey, this guy from here. I say, oh, okay. I didn't explain to her. Again, this guy called. I was not at home. My mom said, yes, what about? He said, okay, we are from Singapore, a company looking for him. We get a job because we really want him. Mom said, okay, ask me, hey, anybody calling you for getting a job in Singapore? I said, yeah, I'd spoken to dad. My dad said, no, he not supporting on that. So I just put it aside. Okay, she said, okay, she's a very calm and relaxed lady. At night, she said, why not you give it a try and see, what is it? So that's clicked my mind. I didn't reply her. Next morning, I say, my thoughts, okay, just make a short holiday or see what is next. Why I get a call from Singapore. I would be very happy with staying with my parents, in my house, in my family. I got a recognition in the society. I got a job. I got everything what I want. What in the age of 20s, what else you want?
What else would you want?
Nothing
Clearly,
else.
You had everything.
Everything you have. And I started receiving a call from the girls as well.
Of
By
course,
then.
now you're famous,
Yes,
of course.
yes. So I was like, oops. I give it thoughts. I asked my brother. My brother also very supportive of me. He said, I think you should go and see what is, if you could learn something out of it. Well, I decided, I want to go to Singapore. My dad said, look at me. I tell you no, right? I say, if I say go means I'll go, right? So you shouldn't say no. I was very strong in my personality. My dad, no, if I say anything, I'll do it. Then finally he said, well, since you say you want to go, nothing going to stop you. Go, if you don't like, come back please, give me a call. I say, okay.
Okay, I just want to also highlight here because, and I think this topic comes very often in Asia, right? That with parents, if you choose career paths that may be unconventional, that especially fathers, I would say very often they are not very approving
Correct.
of whatever you want to do.
Correct.
So if you roll it just forward when you become successful, was there a time when it's flipped, when you felt that your father actually understood that you made career out of it and you were successful?
It's turned it within a year. Basically,
Within a year
within a
after you
year,
left.
yes.
Okay.
Basically, I understand that he can't see the future on it because he has born and brought up in a village. To him, yoga is a part of exercise or is a part of breathing on life. Nobody have made any career ever before. And if you being a yoga teacher, you don't get any recognition. You cannot do anything in your life being a yoga teacher. Like, you're not well recognized. To him, he is stuck into his mind. I came here. Again, I get surprised the way the yoga being taught, the way things can be categorized, like, you know, rice paddy field.
Yes, of course.
You take the
India,
rice,
yes.
you take the rice from there, you packet it with the different categories, different nicer packet, coloring, product it, a different way you present it, and that's being high value, and that's happened here in other countries.
So
they took Indian yoga
ancient
concept, yeah,
and they
packaging
very
it.
good at packaging and selling.
Correct. And I understand that's supposed to be the way, because we human being, everybody is individual. Everyone has a different needs. Some of them require very different kind of practice. Some of them require a modern practice. Some of them require a olden practice. Some of them may have a back pain. Some of them want to reduce the fat. So I feel this is something very interesting I want to learn. Within a year, I really try my best to work hard. I was 21 by then, and I was the most youngest teacher here. And even after my class, students used to come to me and ask, sorry sir, can I know how old are you? Are you 16? Are you 15? Because
you look very young also.
Yes,
you do
yes,
look very
yes,
young.
yeah.
So I also wanted to ask, how do you deal with that? Because once again, in Asia, often age is not advantage when you want to succeed professionally, right? So
I
people
agree.
assume when you're very young,
Yes.
you're not experienced, you're not professional enough. So again, being alone in a foreign country and being young and looking so young, how did you establish that enough respect and recognition from people?
Well, I can't change my looks, I know, because it's come from my parents. It's a gift from my parents. So I thought that I should be giving my best on my teaching. That's people love my teaching, people get benefit from my teaching because they come because of my teaching, not because how I looks. I'm not actors. So I focus more on teachings and people really love it. I appreciate those people. Even today's date, those who've been following me, my student for last 10 years, you are one of them.
Yes, I do.
So from there I start, and a year later I go back home. My parents see me a different person. I given them a good emotional, financial support within a year, and I brought them with me when I came back to show them where I live, what I do, country about, and everything about. And they really feel that they are proud of me. They thought that what I'm doing has a huge career, bright career, and the important thing is I helping people around. And today is my profession. I would say that my passion to profession, my profession make me so much help, because if I can help somebody, every human being requires so much help, because everyone has a money, everyone has a property, house, car, but they themselves not happy with their own body and the minds. They are stressed out, they are overweight, lack of sleeping, insomnia, back pain, knee pain, indigestion, so much problem in the body, and they cannot cure that. They can earn another few $1 million, but these are making them unhappy. So where I'm seeing people by yoga, by teaching them yoga, they're getting so much better into their body, into their looks, anti-aging, and they feel so happy. They feel complete of themselves. That's make me really feel happy.
I can feel the passion.
Yeah.
I would say maybe for young people,
Yeah.
I'm not saying we are old, right? But for those who are maybe still looking for their career path and they are maybe struggling to justify it to their parents. So maybe they want to choose something that is unconventional. So let's say they want to be an artist or a dancer or musician or yoga teacher, right? And their parents are not very approving of their choice. Is there any advice you can give them? What is the best way to go about it?
I believe every human being want to do something in their life, and that things they must recognize themselves, that why they born, what the purpose of their life, what exactly they born for. Every human being, me, you, everybody. So if they fail to recognize that and highlight to themselves and to their parents or the guardian, then they feel lost and they feel very bored of their life. So they must identify. The parents always, nowadays parents always looking for that what's my kid good at, and let me push them towards it. And they themselves also must feel the confident of. They should not change their career here and there. They must know that, okay, this is I like, this is I want to do. It's not all about making the money or making a success or famous. It's about happiness about yourself. Only if I happy, I can make my other partner happy. I can make my relative, my family, everybody happy. And that's life about. So if that gives us success and career, that's the best of your life.
Even though you came here as a yoga teacher, in a matter of very, very short time, you actually decided you are better off as a business owner versus working for somebody else.
Yes.
And then you built your business in a very successful, I would say, yoga empire right now.
Thank you.
So how did you make this decision first? to go and become an entrepreneur in a foreign country and such a young age, and also probably not being trained officially, right, or traditionally to run the business, even though your father is a business person, but nevertheless.
Correct. As I say that, I always like to learn things. I never stop learning myself. And once I feel that I'm not learning anything, I feel very bored, very uncomfortable myself. I must do something every time. I must learn something every time. When I being yoga teacher, I was teaching here for 3 years. Then I feel that, okay, my height is there already for that learning yoga. How many people can come? One class, 60 people, 50 people, 100 people. All the time I'm teaching, people are full. People like my class. What is next? What is next? If I stop myself and being myself happy there, that's okay, I'm done. I'll be stagnant. I want to learn more. So I thought, let's set up a small studio for myself, and I want to learn more of it. The marketing, the sales, the admin, the managing, more of this. Yoga, yes, I know. But when you're setting about business, it's not anything about yoga anymore.
Of course,
To
there's a big
lot
difference.
of things need to look into it, and I want to take the challenge because I was 23 that time, turning into 24, 23 I was, yeah. So I thought this is the best time for me to take the challenge, because if I want to take the challenge 10 years later, it'll be too late. So now I was very young, let's take the challenge and learn out of it, because I don't have any much commitment. I don't have a family, I don't need to feed somebody, I don't need to give somebody money.
So you were actually not afraid to make mistakes?
No. Not
That's
at all.
important.
Not at all.
Yes.
I want to do something, even there is a mistakes come out, to learn out of it. That was my thoughts. So I'm very simple guy. I'm very simple, open-minded person. I just Google search, find an agent, call him. Hey, I need a space. Can I know what is the square feet? Where you want? Okay, Orchard Road. Next day he show me space. I see the first one. I say, okay, I want. Very simple. I had a $40,000 in my hands. Okay, I put in the deposit. I need a renovation. I call renovation. I again Google search. I get a guys. I want to see him. I say I want to do renovation this much. How much going to cost? He said $100,000. I have $40,000. I give him $20,000 for the rent. I have $20,000. I tell him I have $20,000. I cannot do more than that. He said cannot be done. Sorry. I say how much it can be done? He said $100,000. I say if I give you $20,000 now and $80,000, let's say a month later 40, another month later 40, is it okay? He said okay, I trust you.
So you just told him you're going to give him $40,000 one month later and $40,000
another month.
one more month later.
Yeah.
Not bad when you're 23, yes.
Yeah, and I don't have any money, okay?
Clearly. So I wonder, how do you pull that out?
Okay, again I say I believe myself. I know that I'll set up the business. Within a month I'll make 40,000 and give him. Another month I'll make the 40,000 I'll give him. That's my own map, and I did it. I did it. I have the belief on myself. That's why I say, whatever we do, you must believe on ourselves, because at the end of the day, we're going to do it. People may be supporting us, but you're going to drive it yourself. So you must have plan and believe on yourself. Yeah. So have done it, and then from there I start to realize on the third one onwards that how difficult. I would be open to say I used to earn in the age of 23 when I used to work $10,000 over $1,000 in 8 years back. And a guy on the 23 years old in 8 years back earned nearby $10,000 is like, and who don't have a family, who don't have any commitment, who don't have to rent house, everything given, is like a life of a king.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And I set up my company. I started with $1,500 my salary, and that goes on for years. And I have to carry the used towel of the student to my house, dump into my washing machine, let it be washed. I have to be dry it, let it be dry. I have to fold it by the time it's 3 a.m. Myself, by the time it's 3 a.m. in the morning, and then only I can go to sleep. And 7 a.m. I have to go and open the place with the towel, otherwise not enough towel. When I ask people to laundry, they're asking too much, which I can't afford, which I realize much later. But again I say, I still not regret now, and not even then. I feel, let's do it, let's learn it. This making me stronger, this making me stronger. I don't get any sales, people not coming to me because I don't have money to advertising. I go down with the flyers, I giving flyers, even myself yes. In the roadside in the Orchard Road. I sometimes feel shy that I am a popular teacher. I was and I am. And what I am, who I am doing, after that I say, come on, I'm doing for myself, it's my studio. I want people to come and learn from me, I'm doing nothing wrong. To certain days, I was a bit confused. I will say I was like a bit conservative. I was pulling myself back, should I give, should I not give, is a face value in the young age. But I overcome it
not
within...
Not only at the young age.
I overcome it within short time. I say no, at the end of the day, I'm doing something good for myself, for the person, and for the society. I'm not doing something wrong. I gone through, I managed to recruit staff with me, 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and we sustained. But my salary remained $1,500.
Of course.
Yes.
No, but just the
I can
fact,
pay the rent.
you know,
yeah.
but just the fact that you were also going out there with the flyers on the street, right?
Yes.
I mean, this is what we call being relentless.
Yep.
when you really want something in
Yes,
life, it is just so important to completely go.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just also your story. It just highlights so beautifully that often in life, previous success does not matter.
Yep.
Right? Because it was like one year ago, a few years ago,
Correct.
you were on top of the world, and then you were in a different country, and you want to do something different, and that ability to descend and start all from zero again, and working hard, you know, towards what
That's,
you
I
want.
believe, what we are today doesn't matter tomorrow. Yeah, what we eat today doesn't stay in our stomach tomorrow. We have to cook and eat again. That's
so
I
it's
say.
like, it's like a traditional Hindu philosophy. Don't get attached to
anything.
anything. Don't get attached to success. Don't get attached to failure.
Every day you do same things. Every day you wake up, every day you brush your teeth, every day you shower, every day you eat. Every day you must look into that. And you don't think every day I'm doing again and again. No. This, we should be thinking that way. And that's give us happiness, that give us motivation in life. Well, come back to the business story.
Yes, please. I would love to know that.
After 2 years, I feel no, I can't live like this way because I have given my 2 years to grow my baby, my company up. But I feel somehow the success I want, I'm not getting into it. And I like to learn swim by jumping into a sea, not a river or pond. I thought that is the time for me to give a big jump. So I take a bank loan, and then I want
At the age of
25. I take a bank loan in 2 years' time, and bank given a very small loan. Again, I find another renovation company. I take an 8,000 square feet place in Center Point. My previous studio was 800 square feet, and from there I make it 8,000 square feet. I say I have to be big.
Just add the zero.
Just
clearly.
add zero, yeah. And I recruit 20 staff. I done whatever a big bosses can be done, do it.
That's what we call leap of faith.
Yes.
When you just go for something and you don't know where you're going to land, but you just go for that because you have this trust that it's going to all work out at the end.
People start to look at you up. People say, okay, believe on my company, believe on the success. First 2-3 months again went very well, start to drop down 6 months. There was a time I was thinking of selling my company off in 2010. I need an investor in, I need to sell it off because I want the real yoga name to be exist and somebody run it. I'll be there, but pay me salary.
So what stopped you from doing it?
I met a lot of people so interested. I'm talking, I'm doing, but my heart saying no. My mind said do it, my heart saying no. I go to the extent they're giving me this offer, they're giving that offer, I say no. The real yoga is a priceless because the hard work, the effort I put it, the value is unvaluable. It's $500,000. That is the time people are offering me. I feel no, it could be $100 million value. I make it $100 million one day. This value, this company value.
As you said, you always get what you want. So I'm no surprised if it's going to be very, very soon.
So I break through. I every day, morning and night, do whatever can be done, talking to my staff, making them my best friend, make them that we are family and we are today's date. And then we started over, and with the bless of God, with the love of people, it's turnover, slowly start to turn over. Then we start to expand, second center, third center, fourth center, fifth center. Today's day we have 7 centers in Singapore, 2 in India, third one going to be, 1 in Jakarta, and upcoming, I'm opening in Japan, Tokyo, I'm opening in China, I'm opening in Vietnam, opening in Malaysia, opening in India, franchisee basis. Basically, plan is to be 100 center in next few years time.
100 centers in the next few years' time.
And 1,000 center in next 1 decade.
Well, clearly you're going to take over the world with the real yoga.
We're not taking over, I'll say. Real yoga will be happy to serve the world.
Of course, to serve the world. It's a better choice of words. And yoga will be serving the world.
Yes, and I'll say in today's date, I have a little satisfaction. Always I have a satisfaction when I share with people that when I start the company, my paid up capital with the company registration was $40,000. In today's date, when I did my last year business valuation, it was $5 million plus. And my aim, thank you very much. Next 2 years' time, I want to make it $25 million. And soon, one day, I'll be, not even day, I'll if I give myself 1 decade, which is 10 years, I feel it's too long because I like to do things fast. I'll say half a decade, 5 years time, I want to make it $100 million value of the company. And that's give me I'll breathe out by then, yes, I have done something. And then I won't be stopping, I'll still continue doing, something for good for people. I creating a lot of new product in today's date. I have done a lot of yoga, not only in the studio, like yoga in the Singapore Flyers. Yeah, you was part of it. Yoga on the swimming pool. I have done in your swimming pool. Yoga on the park, yoga on the beach, yoga everywhere, wherever can be done. Acro yoga, floating meditation, anti-gravity yoga, a lot of yoga event, mass workout event.
So it's a lot about innovation, right?
A lot of
because
innovation.
I'm also really like let's say for people who are starting their business and let's say like they have maybe like $40,000 right to invest. So is there any tips that you could give that could help them to grow that to 5 million? So like if you would think about like maybe 3 tips that could help you to grow your business from 40,000 to 5 million, like what would you say?
Okay.
What they should be doing?
Very good question, I will say, Yana. First things, don't think of earning money for yourself. When you do business, don't just look into the money. Money will be automatically come. Look into the growth of the business and growth of yourself and your knowledge. And that's give the money drive in. If you only think that you're doing a business, you're investing $40,000 and you want to earn $5,000 or $10,000 a month to have your car and house loan and whatever, and you're happy with that, the business will not sustain longer. You must do a business, whatever money you fund in for the business, for the success, for the growth, and that's make you happy and you can learn a lot out of it, money automatically come. I believe in today's date, money is the most cheapest things to find. Money always coming. Money is the most cheapest things to find if you believe on yourself, if you has a good plan. And again, plan doesn't come from somewhere, it's come from your mind. Again, everybody has a plan. Do you believe on your plan or not? Everyone has a plan. I have a plan, you have a plan, million people has a plan. They don't believe on their plan. That's why they don't put in the plan into the world.
They don't take action.
They don't take
because
action.
It's important, right? It's not only having the plan, it's also actually
execution.
Taking action, executing. Otherwise, you get nowhere in life.
Because it's your plan. You have the better execution. I can't ask my plan to execute to somebody else. Somebody will watch the way I'm executing my plan. So I believe on my plan, I'm executing. People will be supporting me after seeing my drive towards the plan. Anything can be happens. Who knows, 50 years back, the water can be people buy. In third world countries, water can be sold like anything. I'm traveling in the train, I came back from India. I see everybody drinking a water which is selling in the bottle. And I recall myself, 15 years back, when I was traveling in the train, I used to take a water from home. That is the time, there's no practice. Like people find selling a water in the bottles. And that can be sold and people are buying for it. So anything can be sold if you giving your best, if you putting yourself, your idea into the execution and you make the world believe on it. That's I'll say. And even if I go any other interview today's date, again people say, who is your most competitor? I tell, I am my most competitor because I want to be better than myself tomorrow. Today what I am, I want to be better tomorrow.
So it means it's important not to compete with other people. It doesn't really matter where other people
they are. Let them do their job.
It's only with yourself.
With
Just
myself.
be better than you were yesterday.
That's it. That makes me feel better. No jealousy, nothing. What I'm doing today, I'm happy. I want to do better tomorrow of what I have done yesterday. And day after, I want to do better than yesterday. So that makes me feel the satisfaction, achievement, daily achievement, and that's give you the positivity of the life to move on. Don't waste your time, look into left and right, who they are, because who they are, you cannot be them. What you are, nobody can be you. I believe on that. I cannot be you, you cannot be me. So who am I? I can be better than me. You can be better than yourself. So just move on. One day, people may say you are better than the rest of the world. That's fine.
So, and then, okay, and then let's say, do you have a plan how you're going to move it from 5 million to 25 million? Is there any steps? How do you move there?
Okay, when I want to move the 5 million to 25 million 5 times, I need to plan my mathematics, which how this business valuation grow with the revenue.
Okay.
And in our business revenue, if the more revenue, the valuation goes more. In order to bring up more revenue, we need to expand more centers, and which I'm in the process of expanding, as I mentioned just now. So once I, one by one, start to do the expansion, and with every expansion, I make every expansion successful expansion, and that's become 25 million. It's very simple.
That's very good logic. I love it.
Very simple. Very simple.
I love it.
Very simple strategy of the life.
I also know that you are very passionate about not only people, but also about giving back to the society in many ways.
Correct.
Like I noticed that, like even yoga teachers that you bring to your schools, right? I guess all across the region.
Yeah.
They all a very particular profile.
Correct.
So can you share with us, please, what this profile is about and why you choose exactly them?
Okay. I won't say that. Okay, I can say that if I look into my bag, I may want to cry. If I look at Indian Idol sometime, if I look at some dance shows, some reality show, and I literally cry myself because I was one of them who was fighting to grow, fighting to success, even today's date. So sometime if nobody at home, I love to watch those and cry out myself to let my emotion out, let my past to things. So there was a time when I was a teenager, I wanted success in my life through yoga because I love it so much, it's passionate. I don't have any road in front of me. I don't have anybody who would hold my hands and bring me out. I was keep on looking here and there. So since with the help of gods, with the blessing of gods, I have built a small road by myself. I want those are very passionate about yoga and those who don't have the ability, capacity and fund of themselves to move themselves out. I just choose very small little villages of India. I choose these guys, those who can't speak English, those who are only good in yoga. I take them out from their village, I keep them in Calcutta, I open a studio in Calcutta, school in Calcutta. They are being there physically full time for years. Over there I am teaching them English, I am teaching them yoga and teaching them the way of execution of teaching, how it's done.
Yes.
They are dressing, I am changing their hairstyle, I am changing like complete changing them.
Makeover.
And once I see they getting it, okay, come flew here. Flew to Indonesia, flew to other country, I'm placing them and then they're earning in dollars, they're sending the money to their family. I feel very happy for them. Their sister getting married, they're making the house, that's make me feel very satisfaction. Because if I say anything, they will do anything for me because I give them, their family a very good life which I think nobody can give. Which again I said I give is like with my help, with my passion. I try to give and even today's date, I have more than near about 50 teachers. I want to get it million teachers who coming in and work with me hand to hands and have a better life of their career.
And it's just also so important, to always remember where we all came from. I mean, I myself, I can totally relate to that because I was born in Russia, as you know, and I also had to go through my own journey. So I totally believe in helping people who are still trying to make it, or just paying back respect and just thank you, and kind of to the universe and to the God for having this opportunity to have the life that we have today.
Here we are living more privileged lives and we are like feeling so upset and broken and not saying that we're not entitled to our pain, we are, but I think sometimes when you put yourself in someone else's shoes, in the perspective of an 8-year-old who has been raped repeatedly and she wants to save the world, I'm like, I should do more.
Did it help
Of course
you
it did.
It'd
be like, you know what, Loretta, at least you're not being raped and beaten on a daily basis. You've just gone through something incredibly difficult, but it's one-off, and you're going to get better, and you're going to get yourself stronger, and you're going to make sure you're going to help everybody that you can.